Where's my mic? There I am. I don't know where I'm at. Hello, there I am. Hello and welcome to today's stream. As I finally appear and you can finally hear me and I can see everything pop up as it's supposed to be doing. You know? It's an art stream, so technically I'm not actually ready yet. But instead of making you wait any longer, you guys get to be here as I finish doing it. Because remember, I've done this a whole bunch. Hello. And so the thing I've not done is I've not posted about the stream. That should be it that I haven't done. I think I have everything. I made sure of it. And so if I don't have everything, that sucks. Alright, let's see. Let me get my post done about this. Okay. Like this. I'm a little far from my keyboard, and so this is a little awkward. And let's see. Oh, what do I want to make this post? This. So, wow, I'm like really far from my keyboard like this. Perfect. That's how a post goes. I also should say you may lose tracking of me sometimes because I may end up being blocked by my camera. Not why I'm doing this, because my camera's what I'm looking at right now. Not now. But this is the best place I can put it. And so not really a good spot in the way I set this up. I probably could have done it better, but we don't have time to change that. Where's my buttons? There we go. Still doing... Okay. Let's see. I've done one of them. Let's see. Yep, okay, that's one of them done. And then the next one. Let's... Okay. Got the next one done. Make sure it posts before I look away from it, because for some reason it's taking a long time to post. Okay, did it post? Did it post? I'm refreshing and it's not popping up. Hello. Hey, I'm here. Sorry, a tad bit late. You're not late at all. We have not started. Why the hell has this not posted? I was not fully ready, and so that didn't post. Is it my computer or is it Blue Sky? I'm not getting on my phone real quick to see if it's posted there. Let's see. I don't see it on my profile, but I see it on my feed, so I'm assuming it worked. Did I miss attendance? You have not missed attendance yet. No, you have not. Class has not started yet. Class really has not started yet. Let's see. I think I'm good on everything. I did my posts. Everything like that. I'm hoping I'm not looking slightly off, but it's gonna be weird anyways, because I'm gonna be looking down most of the time. And so... I think it should be fine. Oh, I should pull this closer to me. Like this. There we go. I should have everything this time. So, as I hit my mic. Okay, let's, come over here. There it is. Oh, and I got knocked so you can see my tape just a tiny bit. There we go. Hello, everyone. Okay, that's really annoying. I need to do that. There we go. I could see my stream in 2 spots. But YouTube is a little more delayed than OBS, because OBS is exactly what I'm seeing. And the stream is just that second off, because it's what you all are seeing. See, but I want to miss art class. You've not missed any art class. Art class has not fully started. So hello, everyone. We are painting more trees. I did not just hit that on the metal. I did not just hit. We have our trees. I don't have the other ones, but this is the miscellaneous one we were doing. So we have this miscellaneous one that probably should be glued or something at some point, but you know, it's good right now. And so we have more of those. Where are they? They are right here. We have all of these. We're not painting all of these. We're not painting all of those, but I have them all out. It seems like chat is working for you this time. It is, and I'm so happy about it. I still have no idea why it would do that. You know? Still, no idea why. Oh, and then we have snowflakes. Will we end up painting these if we have time? Maybe. These are just getting painted white, and so it's not very exciting, but it's other things to paint. And so we have those. Let's see. And I've done the thing where I've put tape here, so I know where to be. It's a little off, but I didn't want it to show. So I have tape here. Oh, you can see that too a little bit. I don't know what it is. Literally, I swear none of my stuff is... Oh my god, you can see... I swear none of my stuff... There we go. It may move a little bit. I may have to readjust it. If you guys can see the tape at any point and it's annoying, you can just say something and I will move the camera back. Or I'll just start removing tape from like the sides or something. For some reason, none of my stuff is wanted to tighten properly as I was setting this up. So this is not tightened properly. My camera for my model has not wanted to tighten properly. It took me like way too long to get my microphone to do it. So I don't know what is going on, but everything is like, no, not today. And so it's lovely and great. And so I should have everything though. I have my paint palette. That will go right over here for right now. This is my mic stand gonna be in the way? Am I gonna have to readjust my mic stand? I don't want to do that because it may block my face more than I want it to. We'll see. I may have to. Oh my god, as I'm trying to get this cord, like, talk while putting this cord out of the way. There we go. And I'm struggling with that. I have that. I made sure I have my paint water. I have this for this time. Will we actually use this? We'll see. I actually have this, my mini palette that I use for all my paint pins, which is why we started using this to begin with. But we have this one, and so we'll probably continue to use that one. But I have the other one, just in case. I have paint pins. I have things, and all of that. I have all my paints. Where did I set down this one? There we go. As you may remember from last time, I have 2 white paint pens, which the Posca one I think was fine. All that, but my Ohuhu one wasn't. I went and got a new one. This is I didn't realize they made these until I was looking for them. This is actually Apple Barrel. This is my nice Walmart brand paint. And so it's not actually started yet. I haven't done that yet. And so we'll have to do that when we get to it. I have half an idea of what we're doing for today. So let's start with wherever the hell I set the trees down at. They're right here. I'm going to start with some trees. So I want this. So I want to do that one. And then I want to grab this one as I want to do one of these. We're going to see how well this goes for those 2. But I'm going to set the rest off to the side. I have half an idea because there was supposed to be more we were doing and it didn't pan out. And so, because if anyone's been here long enough or gone back and watched any of my old stuff, you remember I never finished it. I can actually still see it if I go like that. A like ceramic house. I have more of those. I was gonna paint another one and it's not happening. I took it out. They're very old. I took it out of its packaging and it was broken. And I didn't feel like going and trying to find another one in the little bit of time I had. And so we're good. Would have had to find one that worked for the idea I was going through, and I'd already searched them at one point, and I don't think any of the other ones were going to, and I didn't have time to figure out something to do, and so we're going to start with this one, I think. But yeah, but I just have to tell myself it's fine because it is. I don't like that it broke, but life happens. Let's see, I think we'll start with this one. Let's see. Can I get it where you... Thing is, you're not gonna be able to see the paint I'm using because I need to use what's behind my head. That's what's gonna end up happening. That's what's gonna end up happening. What we are gonna do is I have, let's see. I have a bunch of paints. I will actually keep my paints and not lose them. I have, this should be it, right? Where's all the browns I grabbed? There we go, yes, so, yes. Okay, so, because, it was mentioned last time, I don't have this opened. Fuck. I got a new paint color and I didn't open it. Oh my god, am I gonna be able to do this without getting scissors? No, can I? I'm not gonna be able to open that. Oh, this may be sharp. I'm gonna use this and see if this works. We're gonna paint one of these to look like gingerbread. That's what the idea is. They're gonna be painted to look like gingerbread. I'm using a miscellaneous thing from my desk. See if I can open this. Can I? Maybe? Hell yeah. There we go. What another color? This is, close enough to the color. Okay, let me put this thing back on my desk. Gingerbread trees, yes! And so, that's our plan for, today is to do at least one gingerbread tree. I may do them both as gingerbread trees. Because I think having two is cute. But we'll have to see. That's why I went and got another white paint one. Because this is going to be much easier to do some of the gingerbreadness with this. But I do have all my other colors as well. Of my other paint markers. In case I want something else. Because sometimes gingerbread has like sprinkles or things on it. But I think for some of these, it's going to just be the brown and the white. Okay, so. Let's see how this color looks. Oh, I instantly dipped the thing in paint. I instantly did that, you know? Is it really a bottle of paint if you're not making an absolute mess of it? Is it really a bottle of paint if you're not doing that? Okay, let's see. That was a big glob. Can I get that, like, cleaned up just a tiny bit? There we go. There we go, there we go. Get that kind of there. Kind of off to the side just a little bit. And so, I didn't figure out which paintbrush I want to use. I have all of them. So far, it seems like I've remembered everything. I'm, like, tilting off to the side because I'm needing to grab stuff. Okay, let's see. What? I think this is the one we used last time. It's very green now. It's going to be brown now, but I think this works just to cover everything. And so, I think we're just going to get started. Okay. And I'm going to cover it all brown, and then we're going to go over it with white and hope that the white is opaque enough. If it's, because I've not actually, opened it. You know what I realized? I don't have something to set these down on. I was going to grab a piece of paper. I'm not going over there to grab a piece of paper. I'm just going to grab a napkin. Look at that. Wonderful. Perfect. We're going to go like that because that's easier. So these can now go like this, and paint can splatter onto this. There we go. And so, I'm going to go like that. Paint all of this color, and then we'll paint this side, and then we'll go to the other half, and we'll paint one side of it as well. Let it dry. This color actually is going on pretty well. And so, maybe because it's brown on wood or something, but I don't think we're going to need another coat of this, but we'll wait until it dries. Again, for trees and things like that, I don't mind if there's a little bit of, texture or, like, streakiness, just as long as it's not, like, super patchy. Because I don't mind the streakiness, as I'm trying to go somewhat in the same direction all the way down. Let's go like this, then. I'll have to get that corner of it in a second. Like where my fingers are, but we'll get that in a minute. And so, down like this. I'm holding it in not a very stable way, and so getting further down here is wonderful. Let's see. Is that better? Putting these points are digging into my fingers. That's it's what you do for art. Okay, and then we'll leave the sides too because I think it works well. And it's still, even if paint gets on the sides just a little bit, it's not too bad because they're close enough to the same color. That looks like a nice gingerbread color. Look at that. That's great. I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out, but just seeing that, I think it's going to turn out fine. Because that looks really good. Okay, I'm going to hold this by the bottom. I've already got paint on me. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, let's go like this. Make sure I get enough paint actually on here when I do this. That's how you avoid the patchiness of this. Go over like that. Make sure I get these corner bits here. There we are. Now, can I grab here? Can I very carefully paint right here? There we go, so I can come and put my finger there. Yes, we can. There we go. Wonderful, wonderful. Get all the other way here. I don't know what, I don't know how I'm gonna decorate it just yet. Toasty gingerbread, ginger trees. They really are. Like, look at that. It's such a nice color. It looks like it's drying enough like the same color. That's the big thing I was worried about is like in the bottle it's right, but like is it gonna dry correctly? It looks like it's drying correctly. Like in a good enough color. See, and I decided to go for the more warm brown. Because gingerbread, or like warm and then lighter color. Because gingerbread doesn't always look like this. Sometimes it's a little darker. But this is what I think of when I think gingerbread. Especially like gingerbread decorations. They don't need to look like the real thing. And realistically, I could paint it like that if I wanted to. But you know, what is it if you're not getting paint all on your hands? You can see the pin, basically pricks of things with paint. Okay. Let's see. So that one's drying. It's actually pretty dry already. That's, yeah. Look at that. So you can see a little bit there. I'm not so sure how much I like that. And so I may double coat these because I think I do want to get rid of that. See, I think up here was fine where I had a better grip, but when I started losing my ability to grab it very well, I think that's where we ran into this. So I'm just going to make sure it's dry enough everywhere. Yeah, okay. And I'm going to just start at the bottom half. I'm going to paint it again. Like this. I gotta remember where I've painted so I can, so I don't leave any spots without paint. Let's see, let's just go like that. There we go. And as I work my way down here now, I put a little bit too much paint over here. Let's see, let's go like that, get rid of that. That's probably a glob on the other side. It is, just a little bit. I'm just gonna kind of do that, there we go. Make sure it's not, gonna stick too badly. Get bottom over here now. That all the way to the edges. Again, it's still wet, so it's not showing how much it's gonna do that. But you can see, wow, you can really see the difference when it's wet. You can see the shine on it. Gingerbread fingers. I am gonna have gingerbread fingers by the end of this. But look at that. Okay, that already is looking good. We'll see how that looks when that dries then. Okay, there we go. See, I can't see the shine as well as I can see it on camera, and so maybe I am slightly using this to see if I missed any spots. Doesn't look like it. Could go like that just a little bit. There we go. Okay. That's one way to use that. And now we have here, which still actually has some wet spots on it. I can see them here. I can see a little bit of it. I go like this. There you go, like that. You can see a little bit of the wet spots. Or it was probably a little heavier handed on the paint. And so, I think though I think that's more on the bottom, right? I can probably still paint it. See, it's not tacky. Or maybe it's a little. It's getting a little bit on my fingers, actually. But that's fine. I'm gonna start with the top half then. We're gonna do this, where I do the line like this as well. All the way over here. That's so not a line. But you know, it's close enough. You know, that's we're gonna pretend that that's a line. And that I didn't just like do whatever the hell that is. That's so much paint on that brush. I needed to not put as much. It's hard because I need enough paint on it to cover it, but if I put too much paint, it's gonna glob all over the sides. And then you're gonna get some funky funkiness there. Let me make sure I get the tips of it all. There we go. And now we'll start in the center. So I can hold it like this, which is not an ideal way of painting. But so far it's working, actually. I think I'm going to end up painting my hand a little bit more with this way, but I think... And so I'm not removing paint from the tips of anything. Or like this. Try to get the star because I was holding that just a little bit more than I want it to be. Okay, almost. Oh, see, I didn't get that part very well. And here. I'm gonna go like this to make sure that it's all kind of down-ish. There we go. Look at that. And then this one is drying. See, it's not as shiny. It's still a little shiny. But that's a nice solid color right there. That looks like gingerbread. Doesn't look as much on here because I can see, you can still see the shine. Where I'm looking at it where there is no shine, it looks nice. Okay, let's see. Please don't roll. There we go. Let's see, can I get this? Can't see the shine on it. There, if I hold it like this, you don't really get that much shine on it. It really looks like a cookie. Really does look like a cookie. Okay. So. Let's see. I'm gonna go do something because I saw a pop-up of some sorts. Let me stop that. Okay, there we go. All good. All good. And so, do we just like wait for them to dry or something? I have these. I don't know. I've not decided whether or not I want to turn this into a gingerbread tree. I think it could look nice. I feel like you would need to outline all this, but I don't have something thin enough without it just all being white. But maybe we will. Maybe we'll just make it all brown. We could do that. We'll have to see when we get to it. Because I may start flipping those over to do the other side soon. Eats gingerbread trees, you know? They do look pretty tasty. They do look pretty tasty. Like, look at that. That looks pretty... See, let me see. Do I have paint on my thumb? I don't. Okay. I will after this, but let's just see. There's a few spots, but nothing that means I won't flip it over. See, you can even see the shine has gone away a little bit more there. So we're going to flip it. And look at that color difference. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's now start here. Like this. I may need to put more paint in my palette. There's like not very much in there. Okay, so this is the easiest side to paint because I can clearly, very easily see where I've not painted. You know what? Maybe we'll try this for for that tree over there. Is I wonder if I paint it white first. Like just do a basic coat of white over it and then do this. Because then I don't need to worry about... One, it'll be easier to see where I've not painted when I do a second coat. And then I've already done the paint layer that's gonna like soak into the wood. That's why it's not super opaque. And like it can be a little grainy looking, even if it doesn't when you're putting it down. Is because the paint is soaking into the wood. I'm not gonna do it on these trees because if there's a color difference or anything, I don't want that to be noticed. But maybe we'll do that on the other one. Most people do prime their stuff. You're supposed to prime or like do that kind of stuff on wood or porous surfaces anyways when you paint. I don't, but we'll actually see. Let's see if it makes a difference. We'll have to check that. Let me get all the way over here now. There we go. Coat number 1. Oh yeah, look at the difference between that. Like, look at that. See, it's raw cookie dough. Oh, yeah. Like, look at that color difference. I'm seeing if you can actually... You can actually see the difference on camera. I wasn't sure. You can't always tell the difference sometimes. But look at that. I know this one's still a little wet. I feel like this and kind of get the glare off it. There we go. Even like that. When you're not getting the glare. And so... See, that had paint somewhere. Was that in the... I felt it. I think that was in this, which, like, the sides. So that doesn't matter whether or not we flip it. See, it's still a little wet looking-ish, but I think it's okay enough. See, if I go like this now and pick it up, yeah, see, it did not stick. Okay. That's all that matters, is that it did not stick. And before I actually start, I'm gonna put some more paint in here. You can't see it, but I'm running a little low on it. No, I should keep this paint. There we go. It might easy to grab, but nope, it goes back with all my other paints. My goodness. There we go. Okay. Now let's start painting the next side. This, I guess while we wait for this to dry, I could throw some white paint. Granted, I think I would... Do I want to grab a new brush? Do I really care if I'm using it as just a prime layer? You know what? I don't think I do. I can feel it being a little sticky on this side. Am I causing fingerprints? No. I'm just not going to press my fingers into it like I was. Be a little bit more careful with that. Then. This side I feel like is not drying as fast as the other side. Because it did that with the first coat too. Yeah, I'm thinking I don't actually care whether or not I get brown or whatever in the white if I'm just doing a simple, basically prime coat on that. And so that's what I think we'll do. I'll like maybe wipe the brush off, but just kind of like let it be. Okay. So if I end up not doing gingerbread with it, maybe I shouldn't have it brown, but you know, it's already brown enough. Okay. There we go. Good. You know what? I will clean it off. There we go. You can get cleaned off like that. I have so much brown on my fingers now. Hello, hello. Let's see. Let's grab my white now. Oh, I'm running out of white. I should be fine, though, for this. But that is less than half. Okay. Let's go throw that there. And then get something so I can... You know, that's how that goes. You know, I tried to take the napkin off, and it tore fully in half. But, you know, that works. Okay, let's see. Let me clean off this paintbrush. Or clean it up enough. Oh, that... Because it was green and then brown. That looks... It looks nasty. Okay. So. That should be good enough. I'm going to set this over here. Out of the way. And so we're going to kind of just put those over there. We're going to start on you. And we're just going to go for it and just do a nice, simple white coat. When we did the white tray, I needed 2, and I probably could have put a 3rd one on if I really wanted to. Let's see this. So this one, I'm not going to worry about making sure it's like really good on there. Well, like it's going to cover everything. But this one doesn't need to be all the same strokes and all that kind of stuff because it's going to get covered up by whatever I end up deciding. Whatever I decide to do with this piece afterwards. Okay, we're just going to go like this. Like that. You know, maybe I should have grabbed a normal piece of paper. Because it would have been bigger. Now probably, well, I can try to set one down. I may set it on my palette. Because it's only one side painted. And we're not doing this side, just, oh, not into brown. I almost put into the brown. Because we're not doing these right now. This is our focus piece. I almost got this side. Oh, but I am getting paint all on my desk. I'm gonna make sure or my table. This is a craft table, and so it doesn't matter too much. But I'm gonna make sure it wipes, so I don't get beaded paint. There, so we'll just kind of set that there. You can slightly see it. Let's go like that. There we go. Now I have white and brown all over me. Good thing about the napkin is it still works even when torn into pieces. It does. It really does. You know, and it just means I have the second half of the napkin to use when I eventually have that one filled with water from drying off my paintbrushes. I don't need to pull that one closer. Now let's go side number 2. Go like this. It lets those, I think those look like they're pretty dry. And you can actually see where they're a little, like, patchy. And so, the second coat will go really well for them. I do have to be a little careful with globbing the paint. As you can see, like, right there in this, like, center part. There we go. It's a little globbed in. There. You can tell. Kind of. You can tell a little bit more in person. It just kind of all blends into white when I get a little closer. And so, you can tell it's paint and not just like it's painted over there. If I go like this, maybe you can tell a little better. Yeah, you can tell a little better on that side. That it is not meant to be that way. Let's just painting this. I'm gonna need to make sure I don't have any white on my hands now. Having the brown was fine because I was only using brown. And then even brown for this. I will need to make sure I do that. Okay, that seems fine. And the fact I'm looking over there and it feels like almost a better coat than the first coat I did of the other one of last time. But you know, that's okay. Let's just go this then. A little bit more paint here. There we go. Oh, I just... No one watched me fully paint my finger. That's not what happened. Not at all. Okay, well then. I don't know what it is, but somehow as soon as I start using white paint, I'm like the messiest person ever when it comes to it. You know, I have brown all over me, but I painted the other sides twice and these once, and that's how much. And then I just only painted 2. And I'm just like... You know what? These need to be all over me. There we go. Let's just make sure I don't have any wet paint, especially on my pinky, which I fully just painted. My hand just wants to be a part of the art as well. Okay, there we go. Get all the white off this. Like that. And then we will get back to painting these pieces. Okay. I'm actually going to flip one over to show the difference. We did see the difference between the two, but this one was still wet when I did that, not fully dry. Now these are both like dry. And so I'm going to flip it, see the difference. Okay, so that is a dry paintbrush. You are the art. I am. I'm becoming it. Okay. If you look like this, you can see a slight color difference between the two, and you can see how patchier this one is compared to this one. And so, I'm gonna flip that back over. And so you can see the patchiness versus as I hold it where you can't see it. Like this one. You can still see the wood, like grain and all that through, which again, I'm not finding, but it's not patchy. Like this one. One with the canvas. I have become one with the canvas, yes. Okay, and we're gonna do the same thing we did before. As I pull this forwards, closer to me, we're gonna make a line. So I can know what I have repainted, what I have not. Even though if I go like this, I can see the line. That one is a line. The last time I did this, I'm not talking about it. That was 100% a line. It wasn't, not one. Okay. That seems to be good. Start with this half. I'm not afraid of touching the back half. I was either. Like I was doing the first layer of this. And so, as I can tell, the back half is also dry. Like dry. So let's see. That seems to be that all good. I'm gonna kind of hold it like this. Possibly. As I paint this more. You get each of the tips like that. Okay. Okay. So there's that one. That's all painted. That one was stuck a little. Why was that stuck? Stuck on the side, or was it stuck on the thing? I don't see anything, so I think it was probably the side. Some paint on the side. And so now we're gonna go like this as well, and we'll get our redemption line. There we go. See, now that's a line. That's the only thing we've done. There's no evidence of not a line. Let's get that star a little better. There we go. I'm kind of having to go like this so I can see where I painted, because the tips of these stars are really small. There we go. The rest I can kind of tell, but those star points I could not tell if I was getting them very well or not. Not get those points. Come back like this. Go up here. Like that. And then make sure we get all the way over here. I guess I'm going to be doing the trunk last because that's what I'm kind of holding. And so, I'm going to see how that goes when I get to it. That's okay. Okay, let's keep my brush strokes going up. As I then hold it like this. Okay. I think that works. Yes. See. There we go. Now we just gotta wait for those to dry. And we will use our paint marker. Let me grab this to make sure I don't have any wet paint on my hands. I don't. Where did I throw the paint marker? Here we are. Here's our paint marker. I hope this works. Let's see. What side doesn't have very much on it? This side doesn't. Okay, where does this go? Like this. Here's our testing tree. There we go. See, because that has color all on it. And then these two sides, I think, do. That side. Then that side really does. And so, make sure I shake that pretty well. And then, let's see. So this one is a fine tip. So it's pretty small. and all of that. And so we're gonna go with this one. It tells me to just press it and hold it when I do this. Until paint comes, but I'm used to pumping them. And so we're gonna see. Oh! That's white right there. Ooh, look at that. Okay, wait. Oh, that's... Look at that. You can't tell that. Can I get it where you can see just a tiny bit? Look at the white. As much as you can tell. That's nice. Okay, so I have a white paint pen that actually works, and that is a small tip. Okay, let me close that back up. We'll throw this back over here with the other half. And so these are not dry. Like, are these dry? As I'm like clearly seeing like wet paint. Especially not this one. Well then, we are going to push that up here. It wasn't getting stuck on the tape I have up there. We're gonna paint the other sides of this. And I'm gonna clean off my brush. Let's see. Let's see now. See. These only look like Star Destroyers if you squint. Fortunately, I can achieve the same effect by removing my glasses. Let's see. I think I missed something. Oh, Star Destroyers. I don't know what that... I can't tell you anything about that. I don't know what those would look like. But... trees. Now they're made out of gingerbread. As I'm dropping shit. No one witnessed that. I don't think you saw it. No one. No one saw me. No one saw me drop that. There we go. Nothing happened. We're all good. Anything like that. I'm gonna put that paint marker back off the table so it doesn't roll off. We're gonna start painting this side. Again, just like before, this doesn't need to be good. It just needs to cover it. Again, I will say that this is still a nice coat of paint. I think it's still nicer than when we did the other one. But you know. Oh, good. I think I'm thinking maybe I will also paint this one brown and make it gingerbread as well. Just so we can see maybe if the white actually did anything. Or if the two coats... Or painting it white first, even if it didn't change anything look-wise, if it was just easier. Because it'll allow me to see when I paint the brown over it. I feel like it may change the color a little bit. Well, will it? Maybe not, because these paints are typically pretty opaque. I was about to say, because the base color is going to be different. But the base color of that one wasn't the wood brown. It was this brown. And so it just kind of became a darker bit of it. And maybe it'll be lighter, because it's not two coats of that. It could be. But they're still pretty opaque. And the other one only looked, I think, lighter because it soaked into the wood. And so you could see the wood color through it. I'm out of paint! I'm out of paint. Okay. I gotta... wherever I threw my white paint. There's my white paint. You know, should I have filled it up before I ran out? Maybe. Especially since I have a whole nother side to paint. Maybe. But it's fine. I have so little of this side. I just kind of got to get the tips of these trees. As I'm currently seeing how much of my fingers I can paint white in the process, you know? It's just, gotta see if I can do that, you know, just a little bit. And there's so much white paint right there. Can I get enough of that? There we go. I think I got enough of that out. I did make a mess with the white paint over here. I'm just gonna kind of... I'll have to get that later. It's fine. It's fine. Now we're gonna go to this side. And try not to paint my microphone, which I nearly did. Okay. Let's go like this. You know, my microphone doesn't need more paint on it. As we learned, I think last time, I think I looked it up. How long it's been since I painted those Easter eggs. It still has paint on it from that. Because I can't get the paint off. I probably could if I tried hard enough. It's just on the cord, though. It's a nice, is it Kirby I was painting? I think it's a nice Kirby pink. I'm slowly migrating down. I realized I was, like, right on my tape. Which is, not where you can fully see it. Okay. Let's see. There's actually still wet paint on this one right there. It's in the corners, though. I think I must have globbed it a little much then. So, for the designs of that, I'm trying to think. I think we'll do an outline. Well, the thing is, it's a little thick for some of those things. I'm trying to think what we're going to do, actually. Because it's a little, I think, thick. My paintbrush? Well, maybe it's not. Or not my paintbrush, my marker. I would have gotten a thinner one, but they didn't have the thinner ones. The thinner ones, I don't know what else you would use it for other than this. And so maybe it's a good thing I didn't. But we'll figure it out. Okay, let's see. The tips of that. Okay. There we go. Just set that right there. Perfect. As I'm, again, trying to paint my microphone. Can I see where the paint is? Can I pull it over into camera view? No, I don't think I can. Nah. Well, if I pulled it off, I took this off. Please don't get white on it. I'm gonna end up getting paint on it from doing this. I lost where it was. There we go. You can see so much. There, I can get a little bit of it on. There's my cord. That is from Kirby. Don't we love Kirby and what Kirby does? Oh, fuck. Oh, please go back on. Please don't. I shouldn't have fucked with this. This is what I was messing with in the beginning. Don't fuck with things that you've already messed with. Okay, wait. Is it back on? It is. Okay. Just not gonna touch it again. Not gonna touch it again. What I should have done, made sure I didn't have any wet paint on me anyways, but I'm not gonna do it before I go to this. I'm trying to think what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm gonna do? Is I like the fact that that's dots and I don't want random scribbles on it. I am gonna grab this out though. Just to see. What is the line thickness of this? It's kind of something. Oh yes. Like I guess it's been a while since I've shown this. And I guess I should explain this because not everyone's gonna know what this is. This is so I can test paint. It started with just needing a thing to test the paint pens, to do that. And I was like, oh, I have this tiny little canvas. Wouldn't that be funny? And now it's just literally anytime I need to test literally anything, it gets put here. And so like colors get tested, different things get tested, all of that. And so yeah, see, so that goes like. I wonder how that would dry. You know what I kind of want to do is I want to kind of go like this on this black. And we'll see how that dries on that too. And I could tell that was a black I used that was a black that I threw away. That wasn't great because it is like seeping into it. That seems fine enough. Let me go like this. It looks like that will be opaque enough. So we're gonna go like this. You know what? I can put this here. Look at that. I'm not used to being able to put... Oh, never mind. I instantly knocked it off. It can go on. It's just very easy to do that with. And so I'm just gonna slightly set it over here like that. See. I'm gonna go like this. Maybe a test thing, but it looks like a beautiful piece of art to me. I want this to be a beautiful piece of art. I'm gonna keep using this until one day, who knows, maybe I decide it's finished. You know? But yeah. See, I wish I had enough talent to make something like that. I like that test canvas. This test canvas, there's literally no story to this. It is a bunch of random stuff. These are supposed to be people that have been, in an explosion, apparently, because there's so much red and yellow over the top of them. Don't know why the red and yellow is on top of them or what I was doing. But I was doing something. Oh, this now scares me. I don't want to fuck it up. Oh no. What if I stand here like this? Maybe it will magically like draw itself, you know? You know? We're gonna do the star. The star I think is gonna be white. And so I now very scarily come here with this. And it's gonna migrate to the bottom so I can bring this very, closer to me. See. Instantly, paint on my fingers. Don't. I want my finger there. That's fine. Okay. I can get thin enough lines with this. Kind of do that. Like that. That's some pretty good lines right there. I realize I should say, if you see me looking over here, that's because I can see my OBS preview, and I have to make sure it's, enough in focus. So if I bring it too close, it, doesn't like to focus very well. Well, that's not actually that bad. I've had it not want to focus pretty well. Like, pretty badly. Okay. This I probably could have used normal paint for. I wonder if the apple barrel paint would have actually looked the same. Like the white. Because they are the same. It's the same brand. Like, would it have the same, look to it afterwards? I don't know. Look at that. Oh, that's already nice. And that covered up pretty nicely. That did indeed cover up pretty nicely. And so, let's see. See, so this is our line here. So I'm going to try not to put any, like, too much detail on the center bit. Like, I can go over, but I don't want the designs to be like that because it's going to go like this. Like that. There we go. Oh, I should maybe... No, I'm not going to do that. I was like, maybe I should do the outside, but you don't do this part of a cookie. You don't do that kind of, that part of a cookie. Let's see. How do I want to do this? I want to put this off to the side. So it's going to go up there. So I can have my hands here. A little bit better. And can I move my mic over here so I can lean forward a little bit more? I can. There we go. And I'm now going to be very awkwardly leaning because... Or at least my model is, because I've moved. I think we're going to go... Oh. Thing is, if I outline it, I'm going to have to outline all of it. And I don't know if I can get that to look well. But I could just outline maybe the tops. Like go... Do I have something to example it with? There we go. Example it like this. Just like the tops. Like that. You can't see that. I put that on white. There we go. Just like the white, the top, and not the bottom portion. That in frame? That is indeed. Okay. Or frame. Is it in focus? Not frame. I knew it was in frame. This is frame. Okay. I think that's what we're going to do. And then if I decide I actually want it to curve around, I can. I think we just kind of... This is the scary part. If I fuck this up, I fuck it up. Let's see. Of course, it instantly then doesn't. Yeah, I think this is a little too thick to do the other thing, but that does look nice. Follow that just a little bit. Tiny bit. And I can get a nice flick of it as I lift the pin up. Look at that. There we go. It's like snow on top. Oh my god, I wasn't planning that, but that's exactly what this is. Okay. See. Go. I do need it on these bottom ones, actually. How do I want that to go? I think I want it to be these, right? How do I want those bottom ones? Because those bottom ones are kind of meant to be the front. Do I... Can I have something to point with that's not the paint marker? Do I have some... the end of a paintbrush? I could actually do the actual point here. Since it's kind of meant to be the front, you would see it like that. Because the thing is like, yeah, this is the top. But we'll see. I think maybe I'll start with just that, and then I will add it. I feel like let's put the paintbrush back and so it doesn't get misplaced. That's a tiny paintbrush. So we're going to go like this. Yeah, see, so I actually do want to go like that. There we go. Oh, yeah, I think that does work. I feel like it gives the illusion of these are supposed to be more front-y branches. Or like, these are your edge, these are like not. There we go. Oh, look at that. I actually do like the way that looks. It almost makes me want to do it on the rest of them. It gives cookie. No, we're not going to. I will go. I feel like I need something here. Trying to think what how I'm gonna do this. I think we're gonna go. That's not very pointed. That could be better. It's the center, you won't see it. I'll turn it on the other side. Look at it. I know it's a stencil, but I really want to take a bite of it. It does. It looks like a cookie. It does. It really does. It would not be a very good tasting cookie. It would be a little woody. But it really does. I do though kind of want to now do that to the rest of them. Like, this looks nice. But after doing that, okay, chat, I'm gonna let you decide. Do I do this for the rest of these? Or do I just let it be? This cookie is really splintery. Yeah, just a little bit. Be a rough bite. See, I'm gonna set that there though, and set this off to the side though, because I think I will let it dry before I even, if I do the other thing, I think I want it to dry just a bit, and so I'm gonna start on this. See, do it for the rest. It's full of fiber. Yeah, that's what it would be. Do it for the rest. You know, that's probably already dry. Let's finish up this before I touch this one. Do that. Okay. I think because it's like that. Let's see. See, it's 50-50 split in chat. Do you know what I could do? Oh my god, I'm a streamer. I could actually put a poll, couldn't I? God, start a poll. I add a question to the top of it? but I will put all caps cooked. That's not a question. I'm not gonna... is the title. We're just not gonna have a title. Okay. There we go. Okay. While that poll goes on, I'm going to set this off to the side then. And I'm gonna do at least a star on this one so I can dry. So let's see. We're gonna go like this and do the... see, let's pull this back over here. So I do need to do this ever so often. That's the one thing I'm not used to. My other ones I don't actually have to do that very often with. This one I seem to have to. Which is not a bad thing. It's just not something I'm used to. Alright, let me fill in the star then. And this has such a nice, like, opaqueness to it, too, this pin. I really took a gamble on this pin, you know, because this is like the main focus of it, and I'm like, let's hope it works. Let's hope it works. Okay. Let's see, I'll keep that over there. So there's the star there. I can see something's in the lead. What's in the lead? Let's see. Keep it the same as in the lead. Okay, we'll leave it like that. I'll leave the poll up for a little bit more. If it ever takes, I'll leave it up for a little bit more. But I'll keep it the same while I do this one. And then when I'm done with this one, I'll check the poll again and see what it's at. But we'll be doing this one then. Okay. Let's go. I actually want to do this side first. Because I like the flick I can get with my hand just a little bit better. Okay. That was not a good one. A little bit. There we go. We ignore that. It's okay. Let's now take this, like that. Great thing about it being on a napkin or a paper or anything is I can just move this around and I don't have to pick the thing up. That, and then let's get a little bit of a redemption here, hopefully. There we go. There's that. This one. And now we got to do this. Let's get the other side. That's not touching. There we go. That. Now, gotta kind of judge how the center is. Thing is they don't need to touch because I don't have them touching. None of these are touching over here. So, okay, not too bad. There we go. I don't really like that one. That one turned out kind of bad. But, you know, it adds character and all that. So there we go. There's that. Is that all, both of them the same? It is? Okay, let's check the poll. I'll end the poll after this, like I said I would. Let's see. Keep it the same is in the lead. And so, I'll end the poll. And so, we'll go like that. And so, this is how this will look. I kind of like the simpleness of this. I brought out other colors to add other things to it. Like, you know, like, we wanted, like, that almost, like, I guess, like, sprinkles get added to things and all that. But, like, I think for a tree, granted, I grabbed all this out when I still thought I was going to be doing a house. But I think this is nice. Just, like, leave it like that. And so, I'm going to set this here. Good. The poll thing didn't pop up for me on the other thing. It popped up here, though. Granted, I don't know if the poll thing always pops up on my OBS. See, I love the percentages of YouTube polls because it rounds the number up, right? Or it rounds the number when it does it. And so it is, and so let's see. Is it 100 this time? See, it's 67 and 33. Hey, that actually equals 100 this time. It doesn't normally equal 100. It's really funny, but it doesn't actually normally equal 100. So, it would have been funny if it were a 50-50 split. Oh my god. If it was a 50-50 split, I don't know what we would have done. I don't know what we would have done if it was a 50-50 split. Yeah, but it actually equaled 100 this time. Doesn't like to do that normally. And so, those are that side. I think that it's dry, though. Yeah, it dries pretty quickly. I've always found paint mends to dry quite quickly. And so we're going to flip it over. And we're going to do the other side. Let's see. 6, 7. The meme that had to be made. It did not need to be made. It did not. It really did not. Free will exists. I'm sorry, but it had to be done. No. No, it didn't. We can be free of it. We don't have to worry about it. But no, it is infested. See, that's not a very good. Here we go. See, let's get our line here, but it has infested our chat already. Okay, let's get that line good. Okay. Okay, and then we have that line. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice. So let's go. There we are. Look at the way those stars are. That's a clean ass line. I thought I got clean lines with my paintbrush last time we did it. That's a clean line. That's nice. That is nice. Okay. We're gonna get our things now. Let's go. Oh, I didn't want to go all the way over. There we go. Go. I'm wanting to go all the way to the edge. There we go. We're gonna ignore the fact that that one also looked like shit. But again, character. See, free will. Welcome to the internet. Have a look around. You know what? We're right. We're on the internet. I should know this by now. I should know this by now. Gingerbread trees are so cute. Like, look at that. I'm so excited to put them together. And it's gonna be a 3D tree. It's gonna be great. Can't wait to see how it looks. Oh, that one splattered a little bit. You can't fully tell it there, but I can. And so, wait, can I? No. It, like, instantly dried. Because they're just little dots. I go like that. On the napkin. Oh, that's not a very good one. There we go. That's a little thick, but now it's, actually a line. Kind of thing. Oh, there we go. Look at that. That one's, like, very, like, on the edge. I'm gonna actually fix that one just a little bit. There we go. I want that just a little thicker. It's a little too on the line. I wanted to see the brown still, but it's okay. Like how you can see the brown on some of these. But I think that's fine. I almost want to take a little thing and dab it on those to... Okay, let's use the little tiny paintbrush I used as a pointer. I grab some of this and just kind of... fix this. I did not put nearly enough paint on this. Okay, wait. Go. Kind of brush it down. Fix that. Go like that. There we go. There we go. There we go. Don't need to dry. But hopefully that looks better. And if it looks like shit, well, can't really fix it. See, I don't understand the meme. I don't know what it means. I don't like it. It seems annoying. I just want to enjoy the adorable gingerbread trees. Oh, the meme literally means nothing. It doesn't mean anything. From all I know, it doesn't actually mean anything. It's just something that for some reason became an internet thing. Because originality doesn't always exist. What? I didn't say that. Everyone's original on the internet. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm. Everyone is, that way. Back to our gingerbread trees. It is what we're doing though, is our gingerbread trees. Okay, let's see. I want to do like this. Okay. See, that one was shit. There we go. That's much better. Okay. There we go. Move that tree a little further over. You, I think, no longer see it. No, you cannot. But, okay. Get that line a little better. There we go. So cute. Okay. Let's try to redeem ourselves after the last one of this we did. So we want to go like this. Like that. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice redeem. Again, I think I need to just switch the way I'm doing it, because I can do that side well enough, but that side's like, But see, look at that. There's that side. That's one half complete. Now we come over here and do this side. Okay. And then we have to wait for it to properly dry. I'm not gonna be impatient and not wait for it to dry, even though I really, really want to. But I don't want to accidentally fuck it up. And so, we will indeed wait for this to... We'll let it sit for a good chunk of time. Even though I'm pretty sure it's dry enough because these paint pins dry pretty quickly. I don't want to risk it. I also did put normal paint on over here, but I already can't see it. And so, I think it's okay. Okay, so I'm going to turn this way. This is how I've been doing it, right? Yeah, okay. I want to go like this so bad, but like then I get my swoosh not at the tip. But I can't do this well enough. Like, I need to be able to flick my wrist well enough. I gotta go like this. That is not a good one. There we go. Fix that, and I'm actually gonna grab this once again. There we go. Like that. Let's keep going now. Again, that wasn't... These are... This is, not the pretty side. Okay. There we go. Now we come here. This going. This is why I like a good canvas flip on art programs. Because I can do a nice swoop going one direction. Not any other. There we go. There's that. And so now we'll go here. I want this turned a little bit more. Ooh, that one's... Again, we've already determined that this is not the pretty side. But it's okay. So that, and then this is our center. That, and I'm actually going to turn this, I think, like this, and see if I can get a better swoop. I wouldn't say I got a better one. But, you know, it's a little thicker because I kind of want it to be more in the center, but you know. Okay, let me put the lid on this now. Look at that. Okay. Set you here. And we'll set you right here. Be a little bit better in frame. There we go. Look at those. Those are so pretty. I want to put them together so bad. But we'll wait. We wait. Mm-hmm. Okay. What we do now is I'm actually going to clean off my paintbrush, like this tiny one that I used. Tiny one. Barely had any paint on it whatsoever. Okay. I am hitting the sticky note on my microphone. And yes, for anyone who is wondering, I do indeed still have that same sticky note on my microphone from that Elden Ring stream. It is still taped on. It's still here. I've shown it off in a previous art one. I don't remember which one. But I'm not touching anything right now because I don't want everything to go everywhere. Like when I messed with the cord or anything like that, you know? Just gotta let it be. Just gotta let it be. We are going to... I called the Snowflakes, and are we gonna get to Snowflakes? We are only an hour and a half. Maybe we will get to some Snowflakes. I didn't realize we're only an hour and a half in. Maybe we will get to some Snowflakes. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll do another one of this. We're just painting it off to the side while everything dries. The sticky note lives. It does. Right. I could probably move my microphone, but I'm not going to. The temptation is there, and my brain goes, well, it can't be that bad. If it will go wrong. If something will go wrong, it will. I got a sticky note. I got a snowflake out, and so we'll paint that one while we let things dry. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to start painting our other trees. The one that we painted white. I think we're going to start painting those brown. And those into some nice gingerbread too. I don't know how I'm going to do those just yet. I don't have any stars on them. Maybe I'll just make them like... Maybe they'll just be like a gingerbread with almost sprinkles on them or something. I can get some other colors out. I don't know. What we are going to do, we're just going to paint them. Maybe they'll get left blank. Who knows? I will push these. They were on frame for long enough. You'll get to see the bottom of them. So I can have more room to throw these guys over here. See? Those look dry enough. Not me doing this because it stuck to the thing a little bit. Not at all what I was doing. Okay, let's see now. See if this has any effect on it. Ready? Oh, that definitely looks like another color. Okay, so I don't think this color is very opaque. Because look at the way that already looks. Well, that's like so... ugh. That's very... very streaky. Ugh, that's... No, So painting it white is a no. Painting it white is a no. It does not help. I feel like it makes it a little worse. So we'll have to go over this again. We definitely will have to go over this again. You know, it was a nice experiment. You know, we took attendance in the beginning, you know. This is class. We did an experiment. We're ticking all the boxes, I believe. Also, now the sides, too, have white on them, too. And so... which doesn't have the same effect as those which have no white on the sides. At all. But it's all fine. I have majorly painted my hand brown once again. But it is okay. Yeah, see, that just... I think you can just tell that that is so much more streaky and patchy. And so... I think we'll just put that off to the side. Gingerbread snowflake. Trying to think. I'm trying to think how I do a gingerbread snowflake. I could do one. This could be all gingerbread. Oops, all gingerbread. You know? Where's my brown? That's not my brown. Which one's my brown? Are you it? You are it. All the tops of the paint look the same. And I have to pick up every single one of them to figure out which one's the brown. There we go. Again, a mess on the top of this. But that's okay. As I make it even more of a mess. Let's just go like that. There we go. You know, that can go in my trash. There we go. Do this side. Yeah, and it's all dry. Granted, even those which I probably could have let dry a little bit longer in between coats. Did not look like this when I did this. Yeah, see, like, look at that. So yeah, so adding the white coat, all it did was add an extra coat. Did not make it easier. Did not do any of that. Nothing. That did. We'll just have to do another one. Okay. See, let's do that. And let's get the top now. Here. That. So seeing the white on the inside of these, I guess, is not too bad looking. The outside, though, is not exactly it. I get a little bit of actual paint on my brush. There we go. Okay. There's coat number 1 of how many that will end up needing to be. Okay, let's go. Oh my goodness, please. Those can stay right there. Those are our experiments. They get relegated to the palette. Gingerbread snowflake. Okay, let's see. If we do a gingerbread snowflake, I don't know how I would do. I could just do white lines down the center for those, and then almost do like the fill in here, and it's just brown on the outside. I'm still gonna paint it all brown. Or I could even still just do outlines for this, and just do lines like that. That could work. That could look neat. I think that's what we're gonna do. Gingerbread snowflake. Let's go. Say, like, look already. Look at the difference in between those coats. This one will end up looking a little bit more patchy as we go on, but that one is not going to become unpatchy. You know? This one made it look a little bit more patchy, a little bit more streaky. Actually, I don't know. This could be a different type of thing, but I really doubt it. I think it's all same kind of wood. These were not bought together at all, so I have no idea. But you could, but yeah, see, it's already becoming that a little bit, but see, those are just, I feel like maybe they're getting worse as they're doing that, as they're drying. Yeah. Things don't get better as they dry. Or like, patchiness doesn't get better as they dry. If it's patchy when you're painting it, it's gonna stay patchy. Ink doesn't magically become unpatchy without you doing anything. It can become patchy if it doesn't look like it when it's drying, but it's not gonna become unpatchy. So. Because see, and then the sides of this, even though it has brown all on the sides, I am constantly hitting my microphone as I'm doing this. 1 second. There we go. There we go. You can see it is on the sides, but it doesn't look as, like, in your face as, like, the white on those were. And so. Yeah. Those are our experiments. We love all of them just the same. Those get to stay on the palette and everything else is on the napkin. There's no reason for any of that. Equality between our very loved gingerbread trees. Okay. Okay, 1/2 is done. Or 1/2 of 1/2. 1/4 is done. Woo! Thing is, we'll actually see how some of these will end up looking, I think. See how this ends up looking when it's done, because we may not do another coat. I plan on doing lines in the center. I may not need it. We'll just see. We'll see how it dries. And like, if I fill this in, we don't need to worry too much about it. I think we may still. Or maybe we'll just put one on like, I don't know, these outside bits. Or something like that. Just to make sure that those are all even. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Okay. Let's go. Fix this. Almost got this side done and painted. Okay. There we go. There's one side. I am going to set this down like that. I'm going to make sure I don't have any wet paint on my hands. Don't believe so. Go. Now we're going to push this up. We're going to take this guy. We're going to take this guy. And we're going to put them together. Okay. The moment of truth. How does it look? See, I'm going to hold it like this. You can't see the 3D effect fully yet. There. It's a very tight fit. Okay. Do they line up on all of them? That one doesn't exactly. That one does kind of. Oh, but look at that. It's beautiful. It is. Like, look. I love how that turned out so much. Oh my god, this turned out so much better than I thought this would. Oh my goodness. It really did turn out so much better than I thought it would. Let's see, even if I go like this, you can still slightly, let's see, let's put it, let's not knock it over. Over on the side like that. You can still kind of tell what it is. Oh my goodness. Oh yes, that is great. Oh, that's lovely. It is really nice. Okay, we'll go like this. We'll set that right there. That is very lovely. Okay. I don't know if that's how my hand looked prior. Let's see. Let's try this again. I don't think I got anything new in my hand. Maybe a little bit. Maybe we're just gonna go for the next coat though. Just gonna go for it anyways. And I'm just gonna do the whole thing. I think it'll be easier than trying to just figure it out. I just like keep which ones I've done in my head, and I can remember what I painted. That's the bad part about painting it again, is I can actually see where the wet paint is. It starts to dry, especially if I'm rotating it. It may get a little hard to tell. I may need to put more paint in my palette. We'll have to see. See, we'll go like this. There we get that. Then we'll get this line here. Oh yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna need to put more in for this side, but I am going to need to put more in for the other side. And for those trees. Okay. Let's see, let's go. This. There we go. There. I'm gonna rotate it like that. I need to remember that I have painted this hole up here. Actually, I don't think I got very well. There we go. That's our line. Let's see. Now go here. Let's make this an easier to tell line. Both the holes, ones with holes, have been done. There we go. I'm gonna actually hold on to this one here, and that's what I'll have to paint last. Oh, I'm definitely gonna need more paint for this one. Oh. Maybe because I've started painting my hand as well. As my hand is starting to blend in with the snowflake. That's okay. Can I get... How much paint can I get on here before I have to set my paintbrush down? Can I get this side done? Well, I can't get this side done. I have to do where my thumb is. But, can I get for that. Kind of, ish, kind of. Gotta put more paint. Oh my goodness, come out. Go. Probably need a little bit more than that. And I'm gonna keep that right there. I can better easily grab it. See, and if I hold it like this, then hopefully there's enough of it pressing against my hand. I don't need to worry about holding it very well. See. Kinda going like this. Make sure I got all those spots that I definitely did not have enough did not have enough paint on my brush. 4. There we go. Okay, let me make sure I get some of these points that have some high points on them. There we go. There we go. Side number 1. It needs to dry. But there it is, all done. Here, we're gonna go like this, actually. I can have the napkin still over here. Now we're gonna do this side. Let's see. We'll see. I guess we can see what the final product is after I paint this. If the final product of this, I guess, is really nice looking, like, and better than, like, those looked, I can see maybe the white being better. But I don't see a world where it's gonna be so much, like, so incredibly better looking than that, the brown on that one. And so, especially not worth the annoyance of doing a completely another coat. Because I was hoping the white would make it where I didn't have to do 2 coats. Even though it's still 2 coats of paint, but 2 coats of different color paints. And I still run into the issue where I have to make sure I know where I'm painting so I don't miss something. But this one is so patchy that I can tell when I've gone over it. Because it's like, oh my god, look, it's one color. I will say the color is, I think, very smooth. I don't think I see the wood grain or any of that through this anymore. I do slightly still see the white. I guess maybe it is a little different of a color. Granted, it is still wet, and so you can't fully tell what it's gonna be like that. But, you know, it seems fine. Then we go over to this side. Just keep on painting. Gonna do 1/2 at a time. I did the horizontal lines before. We're good. I think this one is fine for just doing half. That one would have been fine doing it that way. Just change the way the line was. This totally straight line. Okay. See, not bad. This one I don't think was as patchy as the first one. Still not good. But I don't think it was still as bad. Let's go. This. Try to get the edge of this branch. There we go, because I can see that it is like that. Okay. There. Okay. There's that side. Yeah. As it's drying, I think it's about the same as the other one. So I don't think, at least for this instance, I don't think it was worth it. Maybe for some other instances it would be better. Not for this one. And so, I guess we kind of... Can I already flip this over? It has some blobs of paint that are not fully dry. Yeah, especially on this side. Look at that. We're just gonna lightly do that. I'm just gonna... There we go. But there's blobs of paint that aren't fully dry, but it's okay. Because they should hopefully be dry enough by the time I'm done with this. Because this does take a second paint. We're gonna go make sure we don't. Now I'll have to make sure I just flip it over some because there's a lot of edges, and I'm gonna get globs of paint on the sides and the corners. I think a whole bunch. I think I'm gonna have to make sure I flip it over and flatten out any of that happens. Oh, and am I gonna do it on both sides? Am I gonna do the gingerbread on both sides? Oh, I do it for the tree, so I have to do it for this. Didn't even think about that part. I am painting both sides. Say the gingerbread on both sides. The frosting, the white. I'm already painting it brown. That's the gingerbread part. But yeah, so... Let's see, so that seems fine. We'll have to figure out what we're doing for that. I really don't know what we're doing for that one. Because that one was so nice, but I don't want to do it again. And I just don't know what to do for those. And so... See, I need more paint. A lot of paint is used. Please stop rolling. Please stop rolling. Oh, as I'm trying to knock my paints off. I'm just trying to do that. If you heard a noise, that's what that was. Okay. Here we go. Good enough. And I'm gonna set my paint upside down right there. And hope that that doesn't come to bite me in the ass later. When I go to open it and then have to deal with it. But you know. Okay. That's a later me issue. And later me will deal with it. Me right now thinks it's a good idea. Later me can tell me that it's a bad idea. After I've dealt with the consequences. See, there's that. I am so covered in these paints now. This snowflake has really made it where I've painted my fingers into gingerbread. Just so much. Like, I've like covered up most of the white. Alright, let's see. Except for right there. I'm like covered up most of the white, and then I move my finger and you can see almost entirely white. And it's like, sure about that? Okay. That seems to be good enough. There's that side. Now we're gonna come over here. So yeah, see that's a very smooth color. I will say that. Is that the difference between that and say this side? Oh, I didn't flip it over. Let's go like this then, real quick. The thing I wanted to show. The difference between these two is that this is very smooth. Compared to this one, which you very much can still see the wood through. And so I guess it's really your preference. But I think you could also achieve this by just adding a third coat of paint onto this as well. I don't know if it was the white or if it was just because it's an extra layer of paint. And so... And so these trees are going to be very smooth. That is all good. Got the pieces it was sitting on slightly. And those are much darker. That's okay. Hopefully it will all match. And if not, it's a cookie. It should be okay. Hopefully. Because I just, like, look at the way that's going on that. That's, yeah, no. I think even if you want the smooth texture, just doing an extra coat of paint without it's fine. Saves you on a paint color, saves you on cleaning your brush some. I don't think there's enough returns, because it looks like literally the same color, just smoother. Yeah, definitely just the same color, just smoother. And so, save yourself some of the hassle. And if you want that smooth thing, just do more coats of the same color. Means you don't have to care too much about the way the first coat looks. Like, make sure it's still on there and good enough. But yeah. Because this is... something. Okay. Almost done with this half. This. Okay. There's that side done. And 2, it saves you, again, only if you're doing gingerbread. Or you need the sides to be it. And you don't have sides being the wrong color. And so, with this one, I don't run into that. Neither does this one. You can see it. There's no... It's not, the same color, but it's not, like, in-your-face white. It's still wood color or the brown. And so, yeah, see, there you have this side. That time seems all fine. We come back over here now. We just keep painting. Just gonna get my line all the way across. This. So there's that. So let's paint this side. And I'll probably, instead of rotating it, I may just flip it. So I can just hold it like this. Again. Because I can put my finger down like that as I'm painting. I can get put back up. And with that, yeah, so that's what we'll do. We will rotate it. Or, yeah, we will just, like, flip it so it's not things. Because I can just move my hand. So picking that pinky up. Lose a little bit of the stability, but, you know, that's okay. See, that is paint on all of it. I go like that. There was, I could tell there was quite a bit of paint because I felt it paint me. Okay, there we go. Flip that back around. You gotta see where the paint is. Okay, so there's the paint. Just using the glare, as a thing. Let's go like this. There we are. God, I can feel so much wet paint on my hands from this. Again, it's the snowflakes. They're causing me to paint my hands. It's because of how many cutouts there are, but still. And the fact that maybe I could be a little better at doing this, but I'm not. I'm just going to put more paint in right away. Let's see. Was this a good or a bad idea? Let's see. Hey, that was a good idea. I didn't have to do anything to get that paint to come out. I was afraid I was going to open the lid and it was just like going to start pouring out. Because that has happened before. But it was fine. Everything worked out in the end. You know, I realize I have tape, like, somewhere. You can't see it, of course. Tell me where my camera ends. I don't bring it out of frame. And I'm completely covering it up with this napkin. And so I can see it a little bit through the napkin. If I, like, really look for it. Not enough to stop me. And so, I don't think I'm going to take this out of frame. What if I do? My bad. Okay, go like this. I can see those big blobs and all that. So we're going to go like this. Not like that. Like this. Don't put the completely wet side. There. And we're like that because that's just a little bit of just like blobs of paint right there. Just a tiny bit. You know, kind of a thing. Okay. Now we're going to start on this side. This should be, though, easy enough to paint. I'm going to kind of bring it back a little so I can stay over the napkin. I guess I could just bring it closer to me, couldn't I? It doesn't need to be back there. So I somehow painted my finger through the tree. I can't tell you I've painted my finger through the tree yet. I've painted it from the sides of the tree and holding it. But I can't tell you that I have... I'm like leaning further and further over as I paint. I almost... The thing is, I say I almost need it there, but I'm like, over here is better because I need to look in this direction. It's like constantly leaning over though. It's fine. Eventually, I'll figure out a setup that works. You know? 'Cause I feel like every time I do any sort of hand cam, it, my setup's somehow different. I've changed something about it. Eventually, I'll find something that works. Or maybe it'll be a forever game of it. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe finally when I get a setup that works properly, I will actually be ready in time. You know? That won't ever be the case. It's me we're talking about. Well, you know. There we go. There's one side. Let's get the other side now. Like this. Oh, I gotta, like, basically pop the bubble of paint that I put in there. Let's see, can I, like, get a bunch of paint off there? There we go, and I'm gonna... One does not need stick their paintbrush into things like what I'm doing here. But it is what I am doing. There we go. I did just put so much paint in that hole. There we go. Over right here is very painted now, though. There was enough paint. Okay. Let's now go to this side. Oh, see, look, I'm, like, picking up paint over here. I'm just gonna kind of... Why don't you just go like this? See, you can see I'm picking up the paint right there. There was so much paint, and I think so much of me using the brush over there. And maybe it not being dry enough. I'm picking up the paint. So, I'm gonna let that be. Oh, what if I go like this now? Like that, and then I just... no, I'm making it worse. I'm making it worse just a tiny bit. Yeah, I'm making it worse. We'll just let that be. Just gonna set that over to the side, let it dry, and then I will fix it. That looks pretty good. So I'm gonna put my paintbrush in water real quick so things can dry. I am going to need to wipe off the wet paint that I know is on my hands. The difference between the paint is something. You know, I was doing so well in the beginning, and I had paint on me, but not as much. And then this fella happened, and he needs to finish drying. I wasn't seeing if there was wet paint, so I could just go to it. No, not doing it. Not yet. Not yet. Okay. Is this dry? No, it's not. Very not. Very not dry. And I made it worse. I know I did. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna make sure. Just gonna... I said I wasn't gonna do it, but you know, just... some of these spots that have, a little bit of paint on them, you know? Get up. Do the same over here. There, and we got like a piece of what is probably the napkin right there. Let's see. Did I get it? Did I just push it into the paint? Either way, it's not just there anymore. So. Okay. I just need this to kind of just dry. You know? Without being on anything. Just like... You know, like this. I'm not afraid about breaking it like I did the tree last time I did this. What tree did I break? I didn't break any tree last time. That wasn't a thing. I didn't slightly break the star on one of those trees. You can't tell. Not in the photos I took. Okay. Not dry, but not bad. So those can be like that. And so for these. So for this, right? I think we're I'm gonna do a line just down all of those, right? And then when we get to this, I think maybe I'll start by outlining it and see how it looks. And then we'll see if I fill it in or not. Because filling it in's not bad because we did it for the star over here. But I don't know. We gotta get our little tree over here. Make sure that doesn't need to be shooken up again, but I have. I need to just let that dry all the way. I'm very impatient. I don't want to let that dry all the way. I will actually throw this back and put this over here so I'm not tempted to grab it and do something. But other than that, I actually don't. What do we do? What do we do? I don't believe this is dry. No, it is not. Is this dry? Drier, but still not. That side's obviously dry, but it has white spots on it now. Interesting. Interesting. So we're just gonna leave that there and not touch it anymore. So all this is needing to dry. And so I ran into this issue last time where I kind of ran out of things to do with things that needed to dry. And I can't grab my sketchbook because it's in my desk drawer. A desk drawer which is currently blocked by this. And so, same reason I couldn't grab my scissors earlier. You know? Can I even grab a pencil? That's a little far. So no, I can't even, like start doodling on, say, a napkin. Because I can see my pencils. Can't reach them at the moment. Not without fully getting up. And I think going around, because I think I have too much shit in the way to be able to reach over all this. So we're just gonna stare at some trees, just like this. Just they're watching you. All the trees are watching. They're watching. Can't escape them. They're always here. And so, let's see. Let's see. I don't know what else to do while we do that. What I do here. Just gonna stare at these wonderful trees. We could try to figure out what we're doing for that. I don't know what we're doing for that. You can see I've started putting my arm on the table. So you can start seeing that. We can figure out what we're gonna do. We could go white on it again. I do have other colors. You know that? What the fuck? I am not alone if there are trees. No, I am not. Thanks, OBS. Just got a thing being OBS disconnecting, reconnecting, successful. And I was like, what the fuck? Literally there is nothing wrong. I don't even have dropped frames. I don't even have dropped frames. Why? Why? I don't have this issue. It doesn't always, it does sometimes during games, but I feel like it likes doing it during my art ones. OBS is telling me to stop. And I'm like, no, you can't make me. Gumdrop ornaments on the other tree? Good. What if let's see. I could bring my key. What? I want. No. Gumdrops come in all sorts of colors. Do that. Let's see. Wait. What if I just put ginger, red, trees? Oh, those are like legit ginger. Like with gingerbread stacked on top of each other. That's not what's going on here. Those don't really help too much. And those have like legit sprinkles and things. Yeah, that's not helping. I scroll down long enough. Maybe something. I don't think so. Yeah, no, this is those are just real cookies. Let's see. And gumdrop ornaments. Let's... I don't know how you make it look like gumdrops other than it just being colorful. But we could still make it just colorful. We could almost make it look like lights. I could almost like... the lights go around it and then put colors on it. All of that. Let's see. We can... I guess that could be like gumdrops. It's gonna be colorful. Let's see. God, I don't have the space to be doing some of this. So. This is back out! Okay, so I think I want red. Probably green, like this green. Not looking at my Christmas tree to see what colors are on it. There's blue. There's orange. Orangey yellow. I think they're meant to be more orange. Or maybe I have both colors. Oh, I actually do have both colors on it. I do have both, but I don't like that yellow. And I'm not sure I like that orange either. Maybe just, new green and red. Let's see. How I make, things look sugary is by adding, little white, specks, on the colorful base. Could try that. I don't know how well I can do that because I don't have a, I don't have a really fine point, white. Unless I could try gel pins on it. I don't know how fine point my gel pins are, but I think it's finer, obviously, than this. Let's see. So we're going to start by grabbing out colors. I want the red. I want this green. I think I want this blue. This blue. Let me look back up. Let me get the gumdrops back up. Gumdrops. Gumdrops actually do have these kinds of yellow and orange on it. Oh, and they also have purple. I don't have a good purple I want to use for this, so we'll forego the purple, and we'll stick these 5 colors. We'll do that. So we'll go like that. I'm going to zip this back up, though. Oh, I'm gonna put this back in it, and then I'm gonna zip it back up. There we go. Good enough. I'm gonna take that and throw those over there, though, because that is... We will get to that. So I think first, this should be dry now. And I need to actually, before I do that, I'm gonna fix this up so this can dry while I'm doing that. Be smart about it. Okay. Okay, so let me get my paintbrush not all wet. See, there's white specks on this side. Okay, well, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to flip this over. Like that, right? And then that side's fine. And I'm gonna fix both sides. So we're gonna take some of this. We're gonna cover up those white that somehow are there. And then we're going to take this, hold this down. You can't see what I'm doing. There, what if I go like this? Okay, you can see that, and I'm going to cover that up. Just like that. All good. Now I'm not touching it. Now I'm not touching it. I'm going to leave that be. All of that's fine and good. I have brown on the side that I don't know. It's probably from somewhere here, but you know, somehow. And then we're going to go to this. I'm gonna make sure I grab this, our little tree friend. Put you right there so you can be seen. That can actually scoot off to the side a little bit more. Shaking that a little bit. We're gonna see how that... There we go. Gonna go like this, and I'm going to... Ooh! Did there get anything on that side? No. So I'm going to start by... how do I want to do this? Do I want this in my hand, or do I want this here? I'm not very good at straight lines. Especially since this is not gonna be very thick. 1 second. It's not gonna be very thick. I have this Posca. Did I determine... I can't remember whether or not I determined if this Posca was good or not. I don't think this Posca is as good as this one, right? This apple barrel one, though. I don't think it is. Yeah, see, no, that's not. You can see. Yeah, because that one dries very cloudy. That's what it was. Is that it works, but it dries incredibly, like, sheer and cloudy. And then my Ohuhu one didn't work at all. And so, I'm gonna stick with that one. Yeah, see, look at that. Versus the white of the other ones. You can't even see that one. See? Kind of go like this a little bit, and then that one. Yeah, so. Okay, so. Maybe we'll try the gumdrops on this one too when we do it just to get a test of it. So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna do one down the center. A nice thin line down the center. God, I hate this so much. Wait. Open any. You heard me trying to open my desk. See if I can even open it just a little bit, because I technically have a ruler in there. This is not gonna help me. It's not gonna help me. Can you tell it's not gonna help me as it rolls around like this? Yeah, see it? That's... No. No, that's just gonna be annoying! Get it out of my way. Don't accidentally paint anything white because I didn't take this out of my hand. Okay, so we're gonna just kind of... Our dot there. That's not a very... good line, but it's a line nonetheless. The long line, I can do a good enough line if I don't have to move down any. But I do. But so far it doesn't look too bad. Right? Right? Is that what I'm just telling myself? This. Go like that. Now I'm going to take this here and go that and just outline this best I can. This filled in probably would look better. Already tell you that now, but see. Yeah, no. I think we need to do this. Making the executive decision. This is how it needs to be. Okay. It's a little scrapey there. I'm gonna kind of do that. I think that... Already, I think that looks better. So. Come down like that. This. over here, like that. There we go. Oh, look at that. The little frosted gingerbread cookies, so cute. They are like frosted cookies. It is. Oh my goodness. You know, I just gotta flood this to make sure it looks right. In case people don't know what that means, flooding a cookie is when you do your outline and then you fill it in. You're flooding it with icing. I realize that's not something everyone may understand. Let's see, because I know I've come across people who want it. Because that's a baking term, or a decorating term. I guess it's technically baking. Because that's what it goes with, but at some point that would be so fun. I don't know if I would ever be able to do it, but an actual cooking or baking stream, that'd be fun to do. Like this. There we go. We're gonna go round this like that. Around. Got the hole. This is a little easier. Like that. Hello, hello. Welcome to Gingerbread. Welcome to Oops All Gingerbread. Let's see. Wondering if I do it like this, if it will stop some of what happened over here a little bit. I wonder if that's because parts of it dried maybe before I was done. Like, or am I running out of maybe? I don't know. Thing is, it's fine. It looks like it's been iced. Just a little bit. I'm getting better at the lines. The first line was a little wonky. But I'm getting better at them too, so we're just gonna take this now. Go like this. Started moving my wrist down a little too soon. But that is okay. I'm moving my whole arm down and then I'm moving my wrist. It's going like this and then like that. But I started doing that a little too soon. Go. That up. Oh, that... Turning this into a gingerbread was an amazing idea. So much better than just painting it white. Alright. Go like this. There we go. Is that... This one's not very round right there. Wait. Can I round that out a little bit better? There we go. I am wishing I had a fatter tip of this. This paint marker is actually really good. You know, it's an apple barrel. It's the cheap Walmart paint brand. And so I didn't have the highest hopes for this pin. But so far, it's like maybe outdoing my other ones. And they have a nice selection of tip sizes too and all that. It looks so much like a real cookie. Yeah, great choice, Sen. Yeah, they really do look like cookies. Here, I'll show this one again from earlier. I'm covering the star. Like, they legitimately... They really do just look like cookies. Which is very crazy. Oh, I've done half of it! Look at that. You can see the difference. Oh, that looks so good. I wasn't fully sure how well these were going to turn out when I started stream. And so I'm very happy that these are actually turning out well. These are far exceeding my expectations. Like, look at this. Those lines were a little wonky. But that's okay. Bring that up. And I'm actually going to go like this once more and just kind of a little bit of that. Okay, there we go. Go round. Around like this. Go around once again. And we have this hole here. Can I get a good thing around this one? Let's see. Yes, I can. There we go. Look at that. I think I stuck my finger in it a little bit. We're gonna ignore that I did that. You know, you do it with paint and you do it with frosting. It's exactly what you need for a cookie. Okay, go like that. Get a little bit more paint on it as we fill this in. Okay. Frosting on the snowflake is so cute. It is. Look at that. And we're almost done. Then we'll do the other side. Oh my god, it's gonna make me want to do the rest of them. We're not gonna have time for that. Especially since we need to do those. And we need to paint them all from blank. Here, let's see. Do I'll just show what they started as and what it ended as. Like I would not have expected that to turn into this. Like, this feels like it's, like, so good. Okay, let's see. There we go, like that. Oh my. Alright, let's see. Let's get it in. That was the last bit of that one. Like, holy shit. Can you tell I'm amazed by how this is turning out? I legitimately didn't think. You know, this one turned out so well that this one turned out so well, and then this one is going so bad at the moment and like giving me such trouble that I did not think we were going to have another success like that one. And so the fact that we do is crazy. Okay, let's go like this then. Go. Get another pump in to get more paint. Okay. Here we go. Do that just a little bit. A few more straight lines we gotta do. These small ones are ones I don't have the issues with. It's the big ones from the center I'm worried about. So I can do straight enough lines. And very short straight enough lines. And so this. This last little bit up like that. Just gonna immediately do a pump like that just to slide across a little easier. There we go. Like, look at that. My goodness, guys. That's pretty nice. Let's see. Do you have any sort of a gel paints to add little candy or cocoa chips? Oh, so for these ones here, we're gonna make them look, or I'm gonna try to make them look like gumdrops. There will be no 3D-ness to any of it. But we're gonna try. I have a bunch of colors out. And we're gonna see. And we're gonna see if I can get small. Maybe I'll test if I can get small enough dots with this. I'm also gonna maybe grab my gel pen. Oh my goodness, okay. That's so good. That's so good. Let's see. Let's see, I'm gonna just set this right up here. And let that be. Make sure it all dries, it's all good. And everything. Before I touch it. Before I go back to it. And do the other side. I think what we'll do now instead is we're gonna take our little tester dude. And I'm gonna test some of the gumdrops. Actually, what I am gonna do first is that spot on the other one is still not exactly good. So I'm going to actually, the white on this one got patched up quite well. The other one, let me bring this back onto view. See it right here is still a little there. So let's just quickly, I'm gonna do that. There we go. That should be coat number 2, like the rest of it. And so I think that's good. Okay, let's that. Let's get my paintbrush. Actually, I don't need my paintbrush. I'm not using my paintbrush. That can actually stay in the water, then I don't need to dry that off. So, should I test it with the paint pen first so I don't have to try to reach over and grab my gel pens? There where my pencils are. I would have to see. Because I don't have anything. Well, everything else is way too far. And I don't actually think I have white of anything else that would work. And so. And I don't have a really, really fine tip. Well, how fine tip are you? Paintbrush. This one's pretty fine tip. It has its cover thing still on. But I think it's still. I think I would want even finer. And I don't actually have that. Try to do it. And so we're going to just work with. Let's see. Let's start with a green. Start with green, because that's what I grabbed. And so, start with doing this. We got ourselves. Unlike on this when we do it, this goes through and it's like spreading into the wood grain just a little bit. It won't do that on this. But, so if it looks strange, that's why. I'm actually going to make sure things dry. So I'm going to just come over here. So I'm dry. And then I'm going to like blow on it for a second. Yeah, see, that was not dry. What if I just kind of do that? Is that dry? The wet paint's gone. Kind of. They don't need it to be a circle. I'll let everything dry before I touch it beforehand. I'm just a little impatient. And I want to get to testing. I don't see green on me. I'm going to take this and just see. Can I get really tiny dots? Oh, I can. Okay, let's try this. Let's see how well I can keep this in view. This. Those are not as tiny as I would like them to be. Okay, well, that's not a big fan of that. I can't get tinier dots. Not a big fan of that. So we're gonna see. I can grab my gel pens and not knock everything over in the process. Oh no. Need to move this out of the way so I can turn my chair. There we go. I shouldn't hit that. There we go. Okay. Okay, I have all my gel pens. I need the small size. I need 5. There we go. Oh, I haven't uncovered my thing yet. Let me do that. Let me set those off to the side. Oops, as I hit my mic. Everything should be all good. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna reset my tracking. I'm a little leaned over from all the moving around I've done and everything. So let's reset this tracking. We'll see if that helps any. I'm still looking down. I can't really fix anything about that. Let's see. Let's see how well this draws on here. Okay, so that does draw. Can't see it very well because it's a little light on here, but let's see. So let's see. I want to just see. How well does that see? How well can you see that? Okay, the thing is that they're a little, they're a little, close to that size, but they're also lighter. Like it's a little more sheer because it's this small pin is, and so I think it works. Let me see. Let me check. About 10. 10's my big size, and this one's I know more opaque. Yeah, so that one's definitely more opaque. What if I just take that and I? Oh, but that one gets even smaller, but it's a little bit more. Wait, we have to see something. So those are the two colors I'm going with. Let's try yellow. There we go. Got a bunch of yellow as I hit my frame. And I'm going to just do this because, again, impatient. That's still... I am impatient. I am impatient. There we go. There we go. Let's try this again. Also, I'm gonna do that and see. You, like, can't see that with that one. Okay, so we're gonna... I want to grab my next size. I only have 3 sizes of gel pen. You can see that one, but not exactly how I would like it. And what if I come over here and I go? What if I take it and I come over here and I go like this, and then I go? Okay. So you do have that one. Let me go back to 5 then. There's our writing, and then... No. Not that. Not a big fan of that one. Okay, so let's go over to 8, and let's do a little right, and then we'll come back over here and we'll do... I can't tell. I think I like the bigger one. And we just will maybe do it... Maybe I'll do both, actually. Maybe I'll do both. And so, keep those there. And I think that's how that will be. I'll set you off to the side. I think what we're gonna do... I think we'll do this last. I think we're gonna... Or, not last. Let's do one side of this first. And so, we have 5 colors. I think I'm gonna put... And the thing is so we have 5 colors. So I think I'll put 1 color on each side. So side. Because then we'll have our divide in the center. So this is a side, then that will be a side. I think. Okay, let's try this. Let's see. I want my little friend back out so I can go like that. Okay. 1, 2. There we go. I don't want this overwhelmed. So we want that. That. And then our orange. An orange up here. All the way down here. Now we need red. Put a red there. And a red here. See, these can line up here because you won't see them like this. So I don't mind if they line up. And then we need blue. Blue. We'll put a blue. I'm trying to see how it looks. I think maybe a blue right here. And then... right here. Like that. You know what this looks like? Let's see. Is this what they're called? Let me... Yeah, this is what they look like. Okay, so... so they look like... They do look like M&Ms. This also looks like Cosmic Brownies. Like Little Debbie's Cosmic Brownies. If you don't know what those are, type in... You can just type in Cosmic Brownies, but Little Debbie's Cosmic Brownies. And that's what these look like. That's what it's reminded me of. It really does. Cosmic Brownies, yes. It just... That's just what this is right now. It went from gingerbread to Cosmic Brownies. And I don't know where that happened, but that's what it's going with now, I guess. Though we will still make them look like gumdrops. But that's just what it is. Yeah, I love those growing up. Oh, yeah, I can't tell you the last time I had one of those. It's been a while. But I would probably still eat one now if someone gave it to me. You know? See, I didn't actually go over here with the blue. I just hoped it worked, I realized. I did it with every other color. I didn't do it with the red either. I just hoped they were working. And so it's like... Or like an M&M pizza cookie. Anyone remember those cookie pizzas? Oh, yeah, the real big ones. I think there's still a place around where I live that does really big ones like that. I don't know if they call them pizzas anymore, but I don't know. I love the brownie trees now. Do like the brownie trees now. Maybe we switch to cosmic brownie trees. Actually, we have 2 gingerbread. You know what? We can do cosmic brownie trees. Let me pull one of them back up. Let me pull the thing up. How many of these do they put on? They put quite a few on. Let's see. Let's just get these in, and then we'll determine whether or not we need more. So let's just start putting some more dots on. Just like this, and hope it's all good. These really do look like cosmic brownies now. Okay. Ooh, I'm like knocking things over. No one saw that. See. There we go, and then I need a yellow. That, and then where's a good yellow spot? Yellow can go right there. Just It is just that. I think, let's see. I remember cosmic brownies having a lot on them. So I think, granted, it's really dependent on if you get a good one or not. But see, there's an actual image of them. Do I need to add more? Just a little more, I think. You know, what if I just, you know... I should just keep them uncapped, you know? Is this a little dangerous? Yes. But am I going to keep them uncapped? Yes, I am. I think I'm going to add more things to it. Just so it's more like a cosmic brownie. See, and then we'll put this back here. I think, though, maybe we'll do the other side first. Maybe I'll put them together first to make sure I'm not, like, overwhelming it. See, that seems fine-ish. That one wasn't fully dry, but it's still a dot. Well, I'm gonna just set it down nicely. And we're gonna go for it again. Then red. Get a blue going on and a blue going on. Need some orange. Orange can go there. Orange can go here. And we need green. I think one right there and then one right here. definitely think it needs more. But that one's kind of dryish. Let's see. I'm gonna just put more on. Say fuck it and go for it. See here, there, and then blue. Blue can go there, and a blue can go here. It's a little lined up there, but you know, that happens sometimes. Okay, so there's that with more on it. I'm gonna take this one and add more to this one. And so, put one there, here. Gonna fill it in just quite a bit more. Yellow, we'll throw a yellow there, and then yellow all the way over here. And then I've done 2 oranges, so yeah, I just need the blue after this one. Put a red on that, the tip of that one. I think I'll put a red there, and then a blue. I think I need a blue here. I think I need blue there. There we go. That, I think, already looks much, much more. See, yeah, there are 2 variants of the Cosmic Brownies, one with the little indent in the middle, and the one without it. The one without the indent is a lot drier than the other one. Yeah, it is. The one with the indent, the one you can break in half. Always the better one. See, that's because the brownies with the indent has honey in the recipe, while the one without it, honey in the recipe, while the one without without the indent doesn't. I can read very well, I promise sometimes. That's why are they different? Okay, but yes. Yes. But I don't know why that'd be different, but yeah, the one with the indent is better. I don't think there's arguing that one. There are several kinds. I knew you could get them without the indent and with the ones. I just didn't realize they were different. Let's see. Oh, because here's a box with the. See, this is. I'm now on the internet. I have just an image of them pulled up, and I can see the 2 different boxes for them. Let's see. So this is a box for one. It doesn't have the indent. I don't see. Then here's one for what it does. Wow, I don't see. It literally doesn't even market it as different by the looks of it. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. Okay. So. Is this one dry? Yes, that one does indeed look dry. The more you know, yes. Thank you for the wonderful facts about Cosmic Brownies. Okay, let's see. Let's get back to adding some more of this to this. Of this to this. That's a sentence right there. Man, I don't know why they would do that. That's very strange. Okay. I don't think where I want another one. Right here, though. And then, oh, I need one on this side. And there. And then I've done 2 oranges, and so I just need the blue after this one. Okay. Red there, and we'll put a red here. Gotta find a place for more blue. Put a blue here. And let's put a blue there. There we go. Wonderful. Now, see, those are all dry by the looks of it. Gotta go this. I'm gonna do one at a time. Make sure I leave space for some of these fellas. Do orange again. That and green. Have a green there. Have a green there. Then a yellow here and a yellow there. Now we need the red. Red can go there. And a red can come here. And a blue. I have a blue right here, and I think a blue right there. There we go. Perfect. Now let's set those off to the side. See, remember growing up, I'll have moon pies, cosmic brownies, or a Rice Krispie treat as a snack. Oh, those are childhood snacks right there. God, it's gonna make me want to go buy some. I'm an adult. I have money. I can literally go buy some if I wanted to. That's a bad thing. I could just go buy those, and there's no reason. There's nothing telling me not to. That's gonna be something. Alright, let me throw these off to the side. Now. See. Yeah, I know not super healthy snacks. But don't we all like ants on a log of kale? I remember, so ants on a log. I never liked ants on a log. Because I was not that kid. But it was celery and what, peanut butter and then raisins? No, that wasn't that kid. But it was well, always there. No. But see, do it where adults were free. Are we free? We've already determined that the internet has no free will. We've already determined that. So I'm like, I went to go continue my sentence as I was shaking up this pin, and I can't multitask very well, as we've come to find out. Okay, let's see. I need to keep this here to continue doing this. See, one last attempt. I love the. Oh, that's. I can't speak or read. I also don't know what that means. I don't do words very well, and I can't read that out loud. Phobia? I'm so sorry. No, I can't read. Me either. I always dislike for the analog. I was just like celery. So the fact that I only learned you're supposed to peel late at the age of 25, remove the strings. You peel celery? I don't eat celery. I don't like celery. Yeah, I had no idea. Literally no clue. Let's see. So it's trypophobia plus tree. You're good. Close enough, I think. See, so trypophobia. I do actually know that. So the is the fear of mini holes. I didn't know that's how you spell it, but trypophobia. I do know that one. What? Oh, that's where this comes in, isn't it? Hope no one has that here with our trypophobia. Okay, that's now that I know how to say the word, that's really good. You know, jokes are funny when you can learn to read. One day I'll learn to read. Maybe one day it will happen. Alright, let's see. I should start on this one. And get that. And then after I do this, and this can set to dry, I'll put this one together. Our cosmic brownie. And, wait, I don't need to do that because it doesn't stay very well. And so we're just gonna now start on this one. Wait, I do need my tree back. Or have you face the correct way. I can do that. There we go. And let's now go for it. There we are. In this first line, I feel like is always not great. The other one I think probably was fine because I had gotten into the groove of lining them. I feel like this isn't too bad though. Like this. I can go up into here. So this may go faster because I feel like I'm already going faster than when I started the other one. Go like that. Take you around and over. Okay, let's see. This. Wonderful. One part already done. One part already done. And this definitely will go faster. I actually don't know if I need that, actually. I pressed the thing in the center of the other one. I didn't move my arm. I just did my wrist, and I did not have enough wrist to go all the way down. There we go. All the way over. Over like this. Get in. Just do this outline. Go around. I think I do need to fix that just a little bit. There we go. It's filled in, so it doesn't matter if that's thick lines on the inside. You won't see it. Okay, let's see. That's a little close to the edge. It's a little close to the edge. But it's okay. I think some of my other ones were a little close to the edge too. Like on the other side. So. Go like this. There. We're almost halfway done with this. Wow. Make sure I don't accidentally touch it when it's still wet. Go here, go like that. Bring it over. There's no paint on that. I just put my finger on it. I was like, oh no, wait. No, it's fine. This will be dry anyways by the time I get to it, so it should be okay. I feel like we got to 1/2 a lot quicker. I feel like we got to 1/2 a lot quicker. This is the hole. We're gonna have to see how I can. This one well enough. There we go. Yeah, good enough. There isn't much room around the hole, and so trying to line it is something. Look at that. And look at the difference between just a line and that. I think that makes it look so much more like a cookie. There we go. I think I just need to do that pump every single time. Because this is so small. And I don't think it likes the way I color it in either. Works too, because then I should have enough paint on this. Get a nice line to come from here. That. Here. There. This. That over. There we go. Now let's get this part, our outline. Oh, I did not. That's not very good. One second. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, because I think yeah, I'm like right over it, like right in the center. Go now, like that. That. Fill it in. There we go. Wonderful. We only have one more of these. This definitely went quicker. See, my puns aren't bad. They're terrible. Proceeds to tear a piece of paper labeled my puns. Oh. It's quite terrible, isn't it? I shouldn't have laughed at that. Shouldn't have laughed at that. I should that that also got me more than it should have. Oh no. Still laughing. That got me more than it really should have. Can you tell that I got me? Because I've gone incredibly quiet. If I'm quiet, I can't laugh. And I can get back on track. Okay. Let's fill this in. God, puns are great. Okay, let's see. I've almost got this. That line a little bit better. That. We'll fill in this side, because that's the side I'm on. Okay, let's go like this. There we go. I like flung it a little bit. Okay, and then this is the last part. Go there. And there. Bring it up. The last part's with a hole. Of course it is. Gotta leave the trickiest part for last. Okay. Go like this. Okay, alright. I should do that. There we go. That should paint better. Absolutely. Okay. Go like this. And there. Wonderful. Look at that. That's amazing. Okay. We have this side. Then we have this side. Oh my goodness, that's great. That's really good. Okay. Let's put this together. Our cosmic brownie tree. Okay, let's put this together. Together. I'm like showing you the tip. Like, look at it. Let's see. I gotta make sure I don't break anything as I do this. There we go. Now it's wanting to slide in. A little tight, I think, because of how much paint. At least, though, you know it's not gonna come apart. There we go. There we go. At least you know it's not gonna come apart. It's not gonna, you know, it's not gonna do this. You know? This tree, not going anywhere. It's gonna stay like that forever. This tree, little bit of a different story. Just a little bit of a different story. But look at that. Oh, that's... So we have a cosmic brownie tree. We have a gingerbread tree. We have a snowflake. Oh my goodness. Well, I can remove the cosmic brownies from my screen. I just have cosmic brownies on my screen for some reason. You know? Okay. Cosmic brown tree! Yes! That's what these are! That's yeah. Yeah, that is. There we go. Okay, wait. These should actually kind of be like this a little bit so you can see it. Okay. With that, though, almost right on time. This is where I'm going to start wrapping up stream. So I'm going to start by doing the showcase of these. See, I'll move these off screen along with this as much as I can. There we go. Okay. Here we are. So, you can see the palette just a little bit. You can see the shadow of it. We're gonna ignore the shadow. Okay. So let's see. Let me get this nice good turnaround of this. Okay. There's our first one. Our gingerbread tree. Let's do our other tree then. Our cosmic brownie tree. We did just see this and a turnaround, but you know. All of that. And yes, I definitely think adding 2 of each color was the right decision. That was definitely the right decision. I want that on frame. There we go. You can see the shadow a little bit, but that's okay. And then we have our snowflake. Let me flip it over. I'm having it like this, but it blends in a little bit too much because I have so much paint on my hands. We just go like this, and then we flip it over. Okay. So, no, I don't want it like that. I want it, let's see, can I? Let's do this. So I can get a good thing. There we go. Go, like that. There we go. Oh, let's move you over so I'm not blocking you. There we go. Okay. Look at that. Look at that. Those turned out much better than I thought I was going to. I was not sure how this art stream was going to go when I started it. Because I had full plans. Those plans did not happen. And so, but this is, like, look at this. I don't know what else to say. This, brilliant idea. Thank you for that. Like, would not have thought of turning this into a gingerbread. And it's amazing. Looks amazing. You know, really does. Okay, I think with that being our screen, we'll come over to here. And I am slightly, because I'm going to be needing to look over here, I'm going to just kind of, let's see. Go like this and see. My tracking works well enough when I'm over here. See. End of stream things now. Now you can't tell that I'm still facing the same direction I've been every time I've looked at my computer. But this time you can't. I've just changed where it's seeing me from. Okay, so end of stream things this week. So next week, I realize I can't look at my camera like I've been doing. I need to look off to the side just a little bit. Oh, if I look at my OBS screen, it kind of shows me. Hey, that's great. So, end of stream things. Next week. Next week is Christmas. Thursday's Christmas. And so there will be no stream on Thursday. At least no planned stream. So, no stream. We're gonna go with no stream. On Christmas. But there will be a stream the day before, on the 24th, and the day after, the 26th. What those streams will be, the 24th Christmas Eve will be, I can guarantee you that, Animal Crossing. As we will be doing the Toy Day event, just like we did the Turkey Day event, and we did the Halloween event on those holidays. Or close enough to those holidays. And so, that is what the 24th will be. The 26th, that Friday, it's probably going to be Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. But you'll just have to check out my schedule. Figure that out. I guess I didn't say anything here is tentative and liable to change, except for the fact I know for a fact what the 24th is going to be. That has been planned basically since October when I was like, oh, we can do all the holiday events for Animal Crossing. I don't need to look over here. I need to look over here. I keep looking over here. Let me fix this. Let me go like this. There we go. Now I'm looking straight over here. Just enough. A little bit. I'm going to fix it just a little bit more. There we go. Fix it just a little bit more. But yes. So I can't guarantee that. But any Thursday things liable is tentative and liable to change. For my official schedule, check on all my social medias and my YouTube community tab. on Sundays for it. It should be there. I need to quit saying Sunday at some point. I do enough put it on a Sunday. But recently, it's not always, it's been Monday sometimes. But it's gonna be Sunday. It's gonna be Sunday. This one actually probably will be Sunday, because I already know practically what we're doing for half of the streams this week. So, or next week. And so, but yeah. And so, let's see. Is there anything else to say? No, there's this is the last stream of the week. If that was not obvious by other things I said, I just don't think I said that out loud. Last stream of the week. Woo! Oh, pictures of these. I need to say that. Pictures of these will be posted. I would like to say today, because I would like to move this table and put it away. Because it's very in the way. But it will be by at least the end of this week. By at least Sunday, when I post my schedule, the pictures of these will be up. Hopefully today, though. We'll see. I have a really bad track record. Anytime I say it's going to be the same day, it never is. And so, but we'll see. And all that. I'm seeing a bunch of Merry Christmases. Yes, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everyone. If I don't see you in any of our next one. We only have one more stream until Christmas. And so, but yes. Let's see, is there anything else? I think that's good. So yeah, images, pictures, those will be on my YouTube community tab. I didn't say that. That's where those will be. Check my YouTube community tab at some point. For them. Hopefully today, at least by Sunday. But yeah. So, I think though, this is where I'll wrap up stream. This was very fun. And all that. And so, we'll have to find more things to do art-wise. We'll just have to see. But with that, this is the end of stream. So, thank you all for watching. You have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye! Hello, I am back. Thank you so much. Let me turn this down so you can hear me. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for the super. Merry Christmas to everyone, and Happy Holidays. Okay, this is now actually the end of stream. Goodbye. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day.